20 black child actors from the early 2000s you'd never recognize today. Talent can open doors, but staying in the spotlight is a different challenge. Many child actors from the early 2000s stole our hearts with their unforgettable performances. But as the years passed, some chose new paths while others faded from Hollywood's view. Have you ever wondered what happened to them? You might not even recognize them today. From sitcom favorites to big-screen stars, we're diving into the surprising transformations of 20 black child actors. Stay tuned, some of these stories will shock you. Jaska Washington. In the early 2000s, Jaska Washington was a familiar face in Hollywood. With his youthful energy, expressive eyes, and natural comedic timing, he quickly became one of the most promising black child actors of his time. If you watched movies and TV during that era, you probably remember him best as Trent Pierce, the mischievous yet lovable son of Nia Long's character in Big Mama's House, 2000. At just 10 years old, he shared the screen with comedy legend Martin Lawrence, holding his own in a role that made audiences laugh. The film's massive success, earning over $174 million worldwide, brought him back for Big Mama's House 2, 2006, where fans saw him mature from the cute kid to a teenager with growing confidence. But Washington's career wasn't just about one franchise. He popped up in some of the most popular TV shows of the early 2000s, The Parkers, That's So Raven, and The Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, among others. He even worked alongside Will Smith in Enemy of the State, 1998, playing his on-screen son. Hollywood had taken notice of his talent, and for a while, it seemed like he was destined for a long and thriving career. Then, as suddenly as he had arrived, he disappeared. No scandals, no dramatic headlines, just a quiet fade from the spotlight. His last known film role was in Frenemies, 2012. And after that, it was as if he had stepped into a different world, away from cameras and red carpets. So what happened? Like many child actors, Washington seemed to have made a conscious choice to live a life outside of Hollywood's demanding gaze. Now in his mid-30s, he remains a mystery to fans who once watched him grow up on screen. Unlike some of his peers who struggled with fame's pressures, he appears to have embraced a life of privacy. While some hold on to hope that he might return to acting, for now, Jaska Washington is proof that stepping away from the limelight doesn't mean fading away. It just means choosing a different path. Shavar Ross. In the 1980s and early 1990s, Shavar Ross was one of the most recognizable black child actors on television. Born on March 4, 1971, in the Bronx, New York, he found his big break at just 9 years old when he was cast as Dudley Johnson, Arnold Jackson's best friend, on Diff'rent Strokes. The role made him a household name, as fans of the hit sitcom loved the dynamic between Dudley and Arnold, played by Gary Coleman. His character often found himself caught in mischief, but Ross's natural charm and comedic timing made him stand out. His success on Diff'rent Strokes led to roles in other popular TV shows, including Family Matters, Magnum, P.I., and Growing Pains. He also made a surprising leap into the horror genre, starring as Reggie Winter in Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, 1985. Playing a young boy caught in Jason Voorhees' terrifying world, Ross proved his versatility as an actor. Over the years, he amassed over 100 film and television credits, working steadily throughout the 1980s and early 1990s. Despite his success, Ross eventually stepped away from Hollywood, realizing he wanted to pursue a different path. He enrolled in Bible school and became a pastor, later founding the Alive Church in Los Angeles. He also launched Try7 Entertainment, a production company dedicated to creating inspirational and faith-based content. Today, Ross continues to work as a director, writer, and entrepreneur. While he no longer acts regularly, he remains engaged with fans and often shares insights from his time in the industry. His journey from child star to spiritual leader showcases how actors can redefine success beyond Hollywood, proving that a career shift doesn't mean the end of influence. It just means a new beginning. DJ Daniels. DJ Daniels, born Dorjan Lindell Daniels on October 17, 1988, was a rising star in the late 1990s and early 2000s. Best known for playing Michael Hughley, the sharp-witted son of D.L. Hughley's character on The Hughleys, 1998 to 2002. Daniels quickly won over audiences with his comedic timing and expressive personality. The show, a major part of UPN's sitcom lineup, allowed Daniels to shine alongside seasoned comedians and actors. Beyond the Hughleys, Daniels made guest appearances on several popular TV series, including In the House, Grace Under Fire, and Cold Case. He also had a minor role in Sky High, 2005, a Disney superhero comedy, showcasing his ability to take on diverse roles. As a child actor, Daniels seemed to have a bright future ahead, with many expecting him to transition smoothly into adult acting. However, after the Hughleys ended in 2002, Daniels struggled to find steady work in Hollywood. Unlike some of his fellow child stars, his career didn't transition into mainstream success. The lack of major roles led him to step away from acting, and by the 2010s, his life took an unexpected turn. In 2011, he was arrested and charged with murder in connection to a fatal stabbing in Stockton, California. After spending nearly a year in jail, Daniels was found not guilty in 2012 due to a lack of evidence. Following his legal troubles, Daniels shifted his focus to music, reinventing himself as a rapper under the name Boy Truth. He has since used social media and streaming platforms to share his music, embracing a new artistic identity. Though his Hollywood career was short-lived, Daniels' story reflects the challenges child actors often face when transitioning into adulthood, and how personal struggles can shape new paths. Kalen Bolton. Kalen Bolton was just 5 years old when he entered the entertainment industry, quickly making a name for himself with his role as JoJo in the 2001 film Baby Boy. Starring alongside Tyrese Gibson and Taraji P. Henson, Bolton played the adorable yet resilient son of Yvette Henson, a role that brought emotional depth to the film. Despite being a newcomer, his ability to deliver natural and engaging performances impressed audiences, making him one of the most memorable child actors in Baby Boy. Following his success in the film, Bolton went on to make a few television appearances, landing small but notable roles in Monk, 2002, and Mismatch, 2003. His performances showed promise, and many expected him to continue in the entertainment industry. However, unlike some of his peers who pursued long-term careers in Hollywood, Bolton's time in the spotlight was brief. His last known acting role was in a short film titled Liftoff, 2010, after which he seemingly stepped away from the industry. While the exact reasons for his departure remain unknown, it's not uncommon for child actors to choose different paths as they grow up. Many young stars struggle with the pressures of the industry or develop other interests outside of acting. Bolton's private life after leaving Hollywood remains a mystery, and little is known about what he has pursued since. However, his brief but impactful presence in early 2000s films and television left a lasting impression on fans who remember him as JoJo from Baby Boy. Although he no longer appears in the media, his early work remains a nostalgic memory for those who grew up watching him on screen. Whether or not he ever chooses to return, Kalen Bolton's role in Baby Boy solidified his place in early 2000s pop culture. Dee Dee Davis. Dee Dee Davis was one of the most beloved child actors of the early 2000s, best known for her role as Brianna Baby Girl Tompkins on The Bernie Mac Show. Born on April 17, 1996, in Olympia Fields, Illinois, she was just 5 years old when she joined the cast of the hit sitcom. Her character, the youngest niece of Bernie Mac's on-screen family, was both adorable and feisty, often stealing scenes with her sharp wit and undeniable charm. Her chemistry with the late Bernie Mac and the rest of the cast made her a standout in the series, earning her a Young Artist Award in 2004. During her time on The Bernie Mac Show, 2001 to 2006, Davis also made guest appearances on popular television shows like Strong Medicine, House, and The Ellen DeGeneres Show. Despite her early success, she chose to step away from acting in 2007 to focus on her education and personal life. Unlike many child stars who struggle with the transition out of Hollywood, Davis seemed content with her decision to leave the entertainment industry behind. After finishing high school, she attended Prairie State College, where she focused on academics instead of pursuing further roles in television or film. Now in her late 20s, Davis has embraced a private life, occasionally sharing glimpses of her world on social media. In recent years, she has become a mother, and much of her focus is on raising her child rather than returning to Hollywood. Though she is no longer in the spotlight, Davis remains a nostalgic figure for fans who grew up watching The Bernie Mac Show. Her portrayal of Baby Girl remains one of the most memorable parts of the series, and while she may have left acting behind, her early performances continue to be celebrated by audiences. Kamani Griffin. Kamani Griffin was one of the most promising child actors of the early 2000s, best known for his role as Bobby James on All of Us, 2003 to 2007. Born on August 1, 1998, in Oakland, California, he was just 5 years old when he entered Hollywood. His natural talent and adorable on-screen presence quickly won over audiences, making him a standout in the hit sitcom produced by Will and Jada Pinkett Smith. Playing the son of Elise Neal's character, Griffin perfectly captured the innocence and charm of a young child navigating his parents' divorce. Before All of Us, Griffin gained recognition for his role in the 2003 family comedy Daddy Day Care, where he played Ben Hinton, the son of Eddie Murphy's character. His performance, alongside other child actors in the film, helped make Daddy Day Care a commercial success, grossing over $164 million worldwide. His voice work also became a key part of his career, as he lent his voice to animated series like N.I. How, Kylon, and films such as Rise of the Guardians. Despite his early success, Griffin gradually stepped away from acting. Unlike many child stars who struggled with fame, he made a smooth transition into private life. Though he occasionally worked as a voice actor into his teenage years, he ultimately chose to focus on his education rather than continue in Hollywood. Now in his mid-20s, Griffin keeps a low profile, and little is known about his current career path. While he no longer appears on screen, his roles in Daddy Day Care and All of Us remain beloved by those who grew up watching him. His story highlights the reality of child actors who step away from fame and find fulfillment outside of Hollywood. Danielle Spencer. Danielle Spencer became a household name in the 1970s when she played Dee Thomas on What's Happening? 1976 to 1979. Born on June 24, 1965, in Trenton, New Jersey, she entered the entertainment industry at a young age, quickly gaining recognition for her sharp-witted and sassy character. As the younger sister of Roger Raj Thomas, Dee was known for her sarcastic remarks and signature line, "Ooh, I'm tellin' mama." Her quick comebacks and comedic timing made her one of the most memorable characters on the show. After What's Happening ended, Spencer reprised her role in the sequel series What's Happening Now? 1985 to 1988, allowing fans to see Dee all grown up. However, her acting career took an unexpected pause in 1977 when she was involved in a near-fatal car accident with her stepfather. The crash left her in a coma for 3 weeks, and she required years of physical therapy to recover. Despite these challenges, Spencer remained determined to pursue her education. Rather than staying in Hollywood, Spencer made a bold career change. She became a veterinarian. Inspired by her love for animals, she attended Tuskegee University and earned a degree in veterinary medicine in 1996. Though she occasionally returned to the entertainment industry for guest appearances and interviews, her primary focus remained on caring for animals. In later years, Spencer faced additional health struggles, including spinal issues linked to her childhood accident. She also battled breast cancer, but she remained a strong advocate for health awareness. Now in her late 50s, she continues to inspire fans as both a former child star and a dedicated veterinarian, proving that success can come in many different forms beyond Hollywood. Noah Graycable. Noah Graycable started acting in the early 2000s, but before Hollywood, he impressed audiences as a musical prodigy. Born on November 16, 1995, in Chicago, Illinois, he played classical piano at an elite level before turning 5. By the time he was 8, he had performed at renowned venues such as the Sydney Opera House and the Carnegie Hall. His early success in music set him apart, but his transition to acting is what made him a household name. His most well-known television role came as Franklin Aloysius Mumford on My Wife and Kids, 2002 to 2005. Franklin, the child genius with a crush on Katie Kyle, stole scenes with his advanced vocabulary, charming personality, and impeccable comedic timing. His chemistry with the cast, particularly Parker McKenna Posey and Damon Wayans, contributed to the show's success. After My Wife and Kids, Gray Cabey took on a more serious role in Heroes, 2006 to 2010, playing Micah Sanders, a boy with the ability to control technology. The role introduced him to a new audience and solidified his status as a young actor capable of handling complex characters. Unlike many child stars, he continued acting sporadically but shifted his focus to education. He attended Harvard University, prioritizing academics over Hollywood. His later credits include guest appearances on CSI, Miami, Code Black, and Pretty Little Liars, The Perfectionists, but he never fully returned to the mainstream spotlight. Outside of entertainment, Gray Cabey has remained private, focusing on personal growth and intellectual pursuits. His early achievements in music and acting left a lasting impression, but he has chosen a life beyond fame, proving that talent doesn't always have to lead to a lifelong career in Hollywood. Brandon Quintin Adams. Brandon Quintin Adams gained recognition in the late 1980s and 1990s for roles that defined an era. Born on August 22, 1979, in Topeka, Kansas, he worked consistently as a child actor, appearing in both television and film. His early roles included appearances in A Different World, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and Moonwalker, 1988, where he played Zeke, a young version of Michael Jackson. His career-defining moment arrived when he took on the role of Kenny de Nunez in The Sandlot, 1993. The baseball-loving kid with a killer arm stood out in the beloved sports film, which remains a nostalgic favorite for generations. Around the same time, he played Jesse Hall in The Mighty Ducks, 1992, and D2, The Mighty Ducks, 1994, further cementing his place in 90s pop culture. Adams then took a turn into horror, starring as Fool in The People Under the Stairs, 1991, a Wes Craven cult classic. His portrayal of a resourceful young boy navigating a terrifying mansion earned praise, making him one of the few black child leads in the horror genre at the time. By the early 2000s, his on-screen appearances became less frequent. In 2002, he faced personal tragedy when his close friend and fellow actor Merlin Santana was shot and killed. The loss deeply affected him, and he took a step back from Hollywood. Though he has made occasional returns to voice acting, including a role in Kingdom Hearts 2, he has largely lived outside of the spotlight. He now focuses on family and independent projects, leaving behind a legacy of performances that continue to be celebrated by fans of 90s cinema. Arthur Reggie III. Arthur Reggie III entered the entertainment industry in the 1990s and quickly gained recognition for his role as Alfred "Alfie" Parker on My Brother and Me, 1994 to 1995. The Nickelodeon sitcom, one of the first to focus on a black family, resonated with young audiences, and Alfie, the older brother navigating childhood and friendships, stood at the center of the show. His interactions with his younger brother, Dee Dee, and best friend, Goo, made for some of the show's most memorable moments. Although My Brother and Me ran for only one season, its impact lasted for years. Fans connected with its humor, family dynamics, and relatable storylines. Despite the series' short lifespan, Reggie's portrayal of Alfie left a lasting impression. After the show ended, he took on smaller roles, appearing in episodes of Martin, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and Sliders. He also voiced Jamal Wingo in the animated series See Bear and Jamal, and had a minor role in the 1998 political satire Bullworth. By the late 1990s, Reggie's time in Hollywood began to slow down. Unlike many of his peers who transitioned into adult roles, he quietly stepped away from acting. While little is publicly known about his personal life after his departure from the industry, he occasionally interacts with fans on social media, sharing memories from his acting days. Even though he no longer appears on screen, My Brother and Me continues to hold nostalgic value for those who grew up watching it. Reggie's role as Alfie remains a key part of Nickelodeon's 90s history, and while he chose a different path, his presence in the industry during that era remains significant. The journeys of these former child stars show just how unpredictable Hollywood can be. Some embraced long careers, while others stepped away to pursue new passions, proving that life after fame takes many different paths. Seeing how much they've changed over the years makes us wonder, who surprised you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this trip down memory lane, don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts. Your support helps us bring you more great content about the stars you love. And if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to All About Hollywood for more fascinating stories about the entertainment industry's past and present. Turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.